there, people, and welcome to yet another level in Aftershock. This time around, we'll be checking out another level made by Gregory A. MacMartin, the last one actually he made in this series. So we started with Carlo, we went to the abode, checked out Levelbots and sequel, and now we are finally at DMAS06, King of the Castle. This level has a platform at the very top that has lots of rockets, a grenade launcher, the Thunderbolt, and the 200% armor. The only armor in the level! So basically, the general idea is to get up there and become king. You can just sit there and keep giving the power-up, grabbing the power-ups, and peg other players off to your heart's content. But you must work to keep your kingdom. There are two routes up to the platform. You can swim up a nearby tube, or you can directly walk up a bunch of slope platforms. So in a 3-player game, if one guy is king, he could conceivably be attacked from 2 different places, thereby losing his kingdom. Very fun deathmatch level. And so yeah, this is basically, very interestingly actually, probably one of the more important deathmatch levels we played, even if it's totally insignificant and irrelevant to Quake. Like, nobody would ever know this Quake level. In fact, I don't know how on earth it really ties into anything else at all, besides the concept. Basically, this is one of the earliest ideas I have ever seen for King of the Hill, it's called. It's basically a type of deathmatch mode whereby you end up like ridiculously powerful, and basically everyone else tries to take that one player down for like a massive reward of kills or something like that. Usually it rewards the player getting ridiculously powerful themselves, or something like that, whereby it allows basically for some type of reward to basically control the castle and control, be king for a little bit of time. So yeah, it's a relatively popular mode that ends up popping up later. Its first appearance in the game world seems to be here. In this random obscure deathmatch level made for Aftershock for Quake. In a level that I've never really heard anyone ever play. But yeah, here it is. King of the Castle. And it pretty much is something that's describing accurately what it is. It's not exactly King of the Hill. It doesn't change like gameplay mechanics, of course, so it's not like King of the Hill. But it basically, for a level-based design, this is pretty much level-based King of the Hill, so whereby it's like control a certain area and try and stay alive by using this ridiculously overpowered area to survive. So yeah, it's an interesting little precursor, if you will, to that. It's just a little weird piece of history here. So yeah, at the end of the day, that's really the big relevant thing. 14 players in both of them. That's really the big relevant thing, is that 14 players starting 14 players doing anything. Let's load this thing up and see what there is. Where am I supposed to be shooting here? Well, I happened to move my mouse up and I accidentally saw a scrag up here. Hooray! I have found the enemy. That's always a good sign. So you see, there's only 4 enemies this time, just like last time. And we kind of already can see all 4. 2 scrags up here and 2 knights straight ahead. And everybody's trying to kill me now. Just trying to hit them. There we are. Now we shoot down this guy. And there we are! With 1 shot to go. 1 shot we can use to blow our own heads off. Okay, what's on this way? Oh, it's the end tunnel! Hooray! Gregory A. MacMartin comes through once again with telling us where the exit to this level is. So that way I don't have to actually blunder into it. Thank goodness for that, because you know how likely I am just to blunder into things. So as you see, you have this weird little statue thing here, and somehow I actually managed to pick up the nail gun while not go on top of it at all. Hooray! Here's some nails. Here's some shells. Here's some more nails. And up there's a rocket launcher platform. You just run up this and actually like time to jump exactly. Matter of figure out where you can actually jump. Ah! Went too much far to the right. There we are. Have to like move straight down it. But there we are. Rocket launcher! And I think I see something similar for the other side actually. Whereby you like run and jump up here. Is it more like here? So you get a lot more air this way. So if we do this, if we jump like this, should be able to get up there. So you see it's not the easiest jumps in the world to make. Not at all. All for a double-barreled shotgun, because when in a wide level like this, the most important gun to have is a double-barreled shotgun. Yeah. Totally useful. Anyway, let us see here. Think we should start heading up the platform way. I should mention that there are two ways to get up to the main platform area, which is way up there. You can either use the straight direct tube, whereby basically it goes straight up. There's like no other places to check out. Or you can use all these platforms. Let's use the platform way and check that out first. See what's exactly here that's so useful. You see there's just a bunch of spokes here, rather weird design, but it does allow us to come up here and get some free health. This is like the only way to actually any health in level. So it's kind of useful to have this little area here. Other than that, it's pretty much just a direct route all the way to the top, aka the King of the Hill platform. Really outside the King of the Hill platform, there's really like little going on here. So you come up here, you have your little like nice little spawn position or something. That's the interesting thing actually. People can spawn up here. That's like the most threatening area. So there's some like red armor, a thunderbolt, grenade launcher, and now we're ridiculously overpowered. Now if we just need to be more ridiculously overpowered, all we do is, well, we could swim up this way. Just like shoot straight up the pit. Just like an E3M1, except a lot easier to swim in. And there we are! So this is pretty much the entire level, as you can kind of see. Except that you would be wrong. Ta-da! There's a little tiny super nail gun platform behind the water tube. Be sure to remember to grab this. Most people probably wouldn't. But I am not most people, and I tend to blunder into random areas. And so I managed to find this thing. That and the fact that I kind of documented it all in the wiki kind of really helps my position in terms of knowing where to go. So yeah, that really is this level in a nutshell. There's really nothing spectacular here going on. It really is some stuff in the water, most of the stuff on the King of Hell platform. Other than that, a pretty barren area. And there we are. Click, and you make it to DMAS07, so we even linked it to the next level for us conveniently. Unlike how the first guy did it, Jim Lowell, it seems like Gregory A. MacMartin was pretty consistent to make it so he could connect from one level to the next. Anyway, this level really is nothing too spectacular. It's very much a one-room deathmatch level, and as usual, you guys know my opinion on one-match deathmatch levels. It really kind of lacks entirely in exploration, and it's pretty uninteresting. Especially when pretty much all the pickups are in one area, and really, other than that, there's like, all the health is clustered in that one little pillar area, and other than that, everything else is just in the water. It just feels really, like, barren otherwise. You have, like, this whole route of, like, platforms or so that goes all around creation, and yet there's nothing up there. It's like a totally useless area. So, that's a thing. And, honestly, it's because of the whole design of this level being for, like, King of the Hill. which is a very interesting concept and is a very important concept. The King of the Hill concept is something that gets very popular later on, and so, of course, it is very, very interesting to see in its first form here. Like I said, it's not the exact same thing as what we'll see later, but it's a step definitely towards it, and you can definitely see a lot of similarities between this and King of the Hill. Um, and that's pretty awesome that it exists in some form in Quake, and that we get to check it out and see the awesomeness of it all the way back here. So yeah, just a nice little extra thing or so, and really, ironically, one of the more important levels, along with, whatchamacallit, the Leap of Faith. Between this and the Leap of Faith, Aftershock has a lot of importance in terms of later video games, more than actually Quake itself. Quake itself, it's totally irrelevant. Nobody ever really played it, and it's kind of totally ignored. Less than the other packs, but still a relatively lesser known pack. While when it comes to the other packs, it's totally useless in terms compared to some of them, like the official mission packs. But when it comes to large scale in terms of being important to other games, suddenly it gains a lot of importance. It suddenly becomes very, very relevant, and so it's very interesting to see how some of these concepts get carried over from Aftershock into more mainstream gaming. So yeah, very interesting that these kind of started some of the tropes that we'll see in the late 90s. And here's another one of them, King of the Hill. Instead of King of the Castle, it became King of the Hill, but the concept was already in place here. So yeah, rather irrelevant level, not my cup of tea for an actual level-based thing, but it is interesting seeing the concept at play here. I can't deny seeing that. Makes it pretty interesting just to check it out. Without that connection, this level is of course pretty irrelevant to me because it's another one level map. But because of that retconning, it makes it pretty interesting just to see that little feature. Anyway, thank you very much all for watching. It has pretty much been a pointless adventure. Of course, that will continue to be a case until we eventually get these deathmatch levels. Anyway, thank you very much all for watching. It has been an adventure, and I shall see you all next time.